hypotenuse is 15. And a way to remember this is SOHCAHTOA. Sine opposite over adjacent, cosine adjacent over opposite, tangent opposite over adjacent. Yes?
Why wouldn't you use the tangent?
Why wouldn't I use the tangent? Because I don't have x or y. And if you look at tangent, it says opposite and adjacent. That's a really good question. Yes? Okay. Which one has a number? The hypotenuse, right? Okay, and I'm trying to find x. So then I go to sine, cosine, and tangent. I see that sine uses opposite on hypotenuse, which is what I need. I need the opposite, I have the hypotenuse. If we were trying to find y, would we use sine?
No, you use cosine.
Okay. So now you're going to take out your calculator or your book, and you're going to plug in sine of 52, and we're going to get 0.7880 equals x over 15. And then again, we're going to cross multiply. And 0.7880 times 15 gives us 11.82, or 11.8 because we're rounding up, equals 1 times x is. Okay. And then we're going to find y. And how do I find y? It's cosine. Why do I know it's cosine? I have the hypotenuse, and I'm looking for the adjacent. So I know that's cosine. And I'm going to have adjacent, which is y, over hypotenuse, which is 15. So the first thing you do, everybody should be writing this down. Cosine of 52 gives me 0.6157 equals y over 15. I cross multiply. And I get 9.2 equals y, or y equals 9.2. Who's stuck? Anybody? Doesn't get what we're saying? Yes, Brianna, do you have a specific question? Okay. Why did I?
Like on the other one.
Okay, if we look at A against B, do you see on A, if you look at your angle, you have the opposite. It's already given to you. It's not a letter. But if you look at the one we have, we don't have the opposite or adjacent. We're only given the hypotenuse. So that's the difference of why we use one versus another. Yes?
Okay, so like the hypotenuse stays the same, but if the angle moves, that changes the adjacent and opposite.
Correct. A really good question. I want you to try the next one on your own. Let's try the next one on your own. The next one is try this one. We're going to record this. We're looking at 64. We want to find x and y. Now your homework, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be easier because it's almost all tangent. There's very little sine and cosine. Okay, but if I want to find x and y, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label this. I'm going to say hypotenuse. I'm going to say adjacent. And I'm going to say opposite. Okay. So, we're going to find x first. So I'm looking to find x. So then I say, okay, I'm looking at x, and the only other number I have is 7. So that means I'm looking at adjacent and hypotenuse. So I take the angle that I have. I look at the trig functions, and I say, okay, which one uses adjacent and hypotenuse? It would be what? Cosine. Okay? And then I have adjacent over hypotenuse. And then I stick it in my calculator. I say cosine of 64 gives us 0.4384. 0.4384 equals x over 7. This is where some people got confused. How would I get x by itself at this point? What would I do? Multiply by 7, right? Or cross multiply. So I have 7 times 0.4384 equals x. 7 times 0.4384 gives me approximately 3. Because we're supposed to round to the nearest 10. I got 3.0688, but I'm rounding to the nearest 10.
Oh, I said
Okay.
3.
3.1, you could say. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have enough time to do y. But if we were going to do y, we're going to use opposite and hypotenuse, so that's sine. And you should get it to approximately 6.3. All right?